So it's Hinari here. Hello. We've just been talking about. We've been talking about our 11. We've been together 11 years. We've been married today 8 years, and during this conversation, it was put to me that for a lot of that time, Kate supported me the whole way in this marriage. It's put to me in that time that a lot of the times I haven't supported her. So as we're growing and generating ourselves in our business and as a couple, things come up in the moment where we have to deal with it. So what I'm saying is, in the celebration that we thought we were going to have, I said something as a husband that triggered something in Kate as a wife, and then she explained to me that for years I haven't fully supported her. She's fully supported me, and at times I haven't supported her in the way that allows her to be in her total genius. So today is more of an apology to Kate, because in the start, going back, because in the start when we first started, I unconsciously in the background knew that all these things would come up in my marriage and in my life. And at the top of that, I was talking to Kate this morning while we were getting our coffee enemas up the bum, and we were lying next to each other, and I did have a deep hope that I could get through it, but I was afraid and scared that getting into a marriage, those things would come up and be exposed as a father and a husband, and they have been. And I'm only finding myself now, I feel like that for many years, but for many years I found that I was still repeating a lot of those patterns. It's only been probably in the past 6 months to a year where those have been really starting to clear out, which has actually generated a growing business, an elevated performance in our lives, and a closer relationship with Kate.
I want to share something. So, I can actually feel the emotion in my body right now. I feel like there's an upset there. And the interesting thing is that the upset isn't from what he said just now. The upset is like a triggering of years. And I think that's what actually happens in marriage and relationships and humanity, is that whatever's happening in the moment actually isn't the true issue. It's often a backlog of shit, a backlog of stuff. And so for me, it's the backlog that's being triggered. And it's one of the things he and I talk a lot about, is that, we talk a lot about within our marriage anyway, and starting to talk about it more and more in our trainings, is that we need to clean up the backlog of stuff to be able to create a new future. So today, what Hen said was only like 10, 15 seconds of what he said. So the feeling that arose in me wasn't coming just from what he said in that 10 to 15 seconds. What arose in me was coming from a backlog over the last 8 years. Now, one of the things that people don't do a lot of is clear out that backlog, clear out that old cupboard, clear out all of the stuff that's been incomplete. So the gift in this for us, and for me and for Hen and for our marriage, is that that 10 to 15 seconds showed where there was a backlog that needs to be cleared out. And I can feel it in my body. I can feel the sensation. So that's something, after we get off this video, we'll be clearing up. Before the video, I was a little bit stubborn, sitting like, I don't even want to get on the video with you. If you go back and look at the start of the video, I'm sitting here like this with my fingernail in my teeth. And I'll be sending that part of me some love, and we'll be doing some healing around this so that we can actually clear out the backlog, clear out the cupboard, and create something new in that area, so that it's not a soft spot that continues to be triggered every time there's a pressing in. And look, generally that is how new relationships are created. That's how new futures are created within a relationship, and that is really the key way that Hen and I are still together. 8 years later, today is our wedding anniversary. And not only just still together, but actually in a relationship that we couldn't have imagined in the past. You're seeing a snapshot of the reality of marriage right now. Hello, darling. And there's also other real snapshots where there's so much joy and there's so much connection. But this is really what we want to share with you today. We actually were starting off to do a different video, which was like, hey, we're celebrating 8 years. And it ended up being this video, which is equally perfect, because I think possibly this has got a deeper message, and hopefully you're listening to something in this for yourself.
Yeah. So one of the things is me and Kate have actually got
Alright,
one
I'm
of...
ready to put my arm around you.
Oh, I'm back in. So one of the things me and Kate have got one of the most fabulous and intimate and loving and growing relationships. Hello, son. Yeah, say hello. Oh, he's a bit tired. And one of the ways that we want to create a business is that bringing and showing people when we are inspired, which is on most of the time, and when we're going through things, which is some of the time. The thing is, what we're really good at and why we help people elevate performance in their business and in their lives is that we know experientially how to get through it quicker. We don't stay there for very long. Everyone's waking up, the roosters are crowing, so you're with us in the morning. We got trucks and motorbikes, he's got a bit of a headache. So we want to show both sides of life. I think there's a new paradigm where people, hopefully you guys want to not just see the inspirational things which happen in our lives every single day, but also the things that we go through in the moments. This video was going to be, hey, we've been together 11 years and something got triggered.
And look at us now!
Yeah, so tonight we're going to celebrate together and recreate. Our intention is, how do we clear out?
Yeah.
To create this space called the clearing. I call it the beautiful clearing that opens up and allows us to create something new. But first we have to deal with what is not working, what's not workable, clear it out of the relational space. For Kate on the call today, she supported me for many years in this business, and now it needs to be me. I notice in the next part is it's the supporting of her grow, because she's done it so long for me. And it'll also benefit our family as well. So sending you lots of love today, and hopefully this video on some level resonates with you.